Hi you guys, welcome back to the Taylorisms. Today I'm going to be showing you all a recipe that I actually dreamt up this morning. It's Saturday morning and I was looking through some different recipe books and finding some inspiration for a date recipe since I've never actually cooked with dates. So I actually cooked up this dates brownie, so to speak, recipe. I'm hoping that it's good. I actually have it in the oven right now, so really excited that you guys are here, and I hope you enjoy these steps along the way and you can make this with your family as well.
Okay, let's jump right in. So first you're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're going to slice down the middle of your date to remove the pits from each of your dates. And then I just threw the pits away and then keep the sliced dates off to the side. And you'll see me doing that for each of my dates. I also removed the ends of some of my dates because I didn't like the way that they looked, but that's entirely up to you. And then coming up here next, you're gonna see me measuring the dates to make sure they're 6.5 ounces. Now moving into the chocolate, you're going to use 6 tablespoons of semi-sweet chocolate chips, allergy friendly, and you're gonna melt that in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then once you melt it for the first 30 seconds, you're actually going to see me here stirring that melted chocolate. And then what I'm gonna end up doing is popping it back in the microwave for 30 seconds, removing it as you can see here, and then stirring it so that all of the morsels can melt into the already melted chocolate. So this is actually one of the best methods for melting chocolate, and I honestly think it's so much easier than adding any sort of oil that actually waters down the chocolate. So again, first 30 seconds, then you're going to stir, then a second set of 30 seconds, and then stir again. And as you can see, it's melted here. Okay, so for a brief overview of our ingredients, we have 6.5 ounces of dates, half a cup of peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, and then we also have 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 6 tablespoons of chocolate chips, and then a half a cup of water. As you can see, I'm trying not to spill that. And then we also have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, so now we're going to combine our ingredients in a food processor, or you can use a blender. First, you're going to add your dates to the blender or food processor, and I'm telling you now, I hope your food processor is strong because mine was moving all over the place when I started the processor, as you can see here. Next, you're going to add your 1/4 cup of water. So we're using half a cup, but you're actually going to add 1/4 of a cup of water to the dates. It's actually going to make it so that they're a little bit creamier. And now we're going to add our peanut butter. I was struggling because I didn't have something to actually take the peanut butter out of the cup. It was stuck in the measuring cup. So I'm adding in my peanut butter. There's peanut butter flying everywhere. This was a pretty messy recipe, but overall so good. So now I'm turning back on the food processor, and you're going to blend that for about maybe 30 seconds to a minute. You'll know because it'll be really creamy, but hold on to your device or it'll move all around. And then I'm adding in my melted chocolate here. So just make sure you get all of that in there. That's going to be what determines how fudgy your brownies are. And then you're going to add in your flaxseed, and that's going to basically bind everything together and keep it nice and healthy. Your 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract can also go in there. And then you'll turn on your food processor once again to blend everything together. You are going to notice that it's relatively thick, which is where I ended up adding in my baking soda first, and then I blended the baking soda in just to make sure that was in there. But then once I added that in, I let it run for about a minute or so, just so that everything could combine. And then what you'll do is you'll add in 1/4 cup of water. So that's your remaining 1/4 cup. And I had to take a taste, you guys. I just had to know if it tastes the way I wanted it to. And it actually tastes just like fudgy brownies. So now let's transfer this over to our 12-cup baking pan. You can either use a cookie scoop or a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. I strongly recommend using a baking spray to grease your pan, but you can also use like a vegetable oil and grease it by hand. And then once that's greased, you're going to take your cookie scoop or your measuring spoon and measure out your brownie mix into each of the cups there. And as you can see, it's a little sticky, so as I run through this, I'm also trying to keep things as even as possible. And then once I get all of these cups filled, I'm going to go through with my spatula and just push the mix down into the bottom of the pan. Bake the brownies for 12 to 15 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Once they're done, please allow them to cool in the pan for 30 minutes before you remove them. Thanks again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great week.